we're still at the conclusion of the 2009 District 56 District Conference. You missed a heck of a conference if you weren't here. If you were here, we've got some interviews up on YouTube now, and with me tonight, Sheryl Smith. She's the area L42 governor, and Eddie Merla, the immediate past district governor. So welcome you two. Thanks for agreeing to be on the internets.
Thank you,
We
Jeff.
hope you become internet superstars. I just had some few questions for you. We'll go in turn. So Sheryl, tell us a little bit about your history in Toastmasters, what role you have, and what that involves. And then Eddie, take the same question.
Sure.
I started in Toastmasters in 2007. I was a charter member for Continental's corporate club at that time, which is called Co-Star. I was vice president of education, and then I became president until I retired.
I started in Daybreakers Club 7 years ago, and it took me about 4 months. A lot of people heard my story.
Yes.
It took me about 4 months
That's a
to
very
get
good
to
story.
that first meeting, but it finally got in there, and I never regretted it. From that moment I stepped into my first Toastmasters meeting. I needed Toastmasters. I absolutely needed Toastmasters. My dream was to own and run a seminar company, yet I couldn't speak. So it's kind of hard to run and own a seminar
Those don't
and
mesh
conduct
together too
seminars
well.
when you can't speak.
Awesome.
So I joined Toastmasters to learn how to overcome that fear of speaking. I'd never spoken before a public audience before, so my first presentation ever was at a Toastmasters.
I think it's safe to say your immediate past district governor, you got over that fear a little bit, right?
I did, and not only that, I did go on to form my own seminar company.
Awesome.
I've trained over 6,000 project managers, non-Toastmasters,
Wow.
in 10 different countries in the last 3 years.
Very nice. I need to talk with you about that later. Okay, Sheryl, I'd just like a little more background for our viewers who may not be familiar with, we're new Toastmasters especially. We don't know about district conferences or area governors or anything like that. So can you tell us just a little bit about what does an area governor do?
Well, thank you. As the area governor, you're over several clubs. In my case, I have 5 clubs that report to me. I go to the clubs, I make sure that they are following their meetings the Toastmaster way, that they're obtaining their goals, they're getting the necessary educational awards that they're supposed to. Meetings are running smoothly, they're attending the TLI or the Toastmaster leadership trainings. Area governor, and also I like to keep them motivated. I think that's very important in
Definitely.
keeping a club fresh and motivated.
Very cool. Yeah, that's a tough job.
It is a tough job.
Now, Eddie, you're an immediate past district governor. Don't they let
Yes.
you off the hook for anything, or what do you do now?
Yes, by becoming immediate past district governor. That's how they let you off the hook. Being a district governor is like having the hardest non-paying job ever.
Is it really?
You're literally a CEO of a small corporation, Postmasters for the district. So you get all the calls in the middle of the night, you get the emails, you get all the pressures without ever getting a dime. But I used to say that without getting a dime, but the greatest satisfaction about being a district governor is the benefit of seeing other people grow. And you realize that through your leadership, people grow. People become new people. People grow professionally, they grow personally, and you realize that, yeah, my time was tough as a district governor, but during my time, we can start counting how many people's lives changed during that time, how many clubs changed during that time. And we had some tough times during my year, which was
Hurricane. And you never know. Maybe someone you change and goes and changes someone else.
Absolutely.
And just thinking about that's fantastic.
Pay it forward.
I
Pay it forward. That's
We've
right.
heard
It is,
that.
it is pay it forward exactly.
It's pay it forward like times 10.
Exactly.
I have heard that theme so many times from so many interviewees, and that's why I think Toastmasters is so great. Okay, Sheryl,
Yes.
what is your favorite thing about leadership, being an area governor?
Well, actually, I love leadership. I'm currently working on my MBA,
Excellent.
and it is in leadership. That's my area of focus. But I love Toastmasters. I love seeing people come in afraid to speak and just leaving with a boldness. Just with a boldness and just like Eddie. Eddie's a living testimony himself. But I love the people. I love the camaraderie. I love the leadership that's established here through individuals. And just being able to speak and interact, not just in our Toastmaster world, but in the outside world as well.
Very cool. Eddie?
Leadership.
What's your favorite thing about, what was your favorite thing, or is, or was, one of those?
About leadership. I didn't come into Toastmasters to be a leader, to be quite frank.
Mm.
I came in to learn how to speak.
Just
But I
fallen in?
became a leader. I got drug into leadership. I was told you are going to be an area governor. I said, okay. I didn't really know what that meant. Then I became an area governor, and I learned about leadership, and I realized that leadership is allowing people to find their own voices in their own different ways. So I learned all different aspects of leadership I never really expected. And so for me, it was truly a different adventure being a leader. I had been a manager. That's different than being a leader.
Absolutely.
Very different than being a leader. Because as a manager, you manage things. You make sure things happen correctly. You deliver things.
That's the
And I know
Covey
you've been a
quote.
manager as well. You deliver things. You're responsible for that. But when you're a leader in Toastmasters, you are tested in leadership.
Definitely.
Now you have to lead people. You have to set a vision, communicate a vision.
And you can't give them a paycheck.
You
to
can't
do
give them
it.
a paycheck. You have to motivate them without ever giving them a dime.
Well, luckily we have a lot of motivated people in Toastmasters who want to learn, so that makes it a little bit easier. But still, just rounding up people sometimes for a contest or a conference, it can be tough.
And I don't know if I ever answered your question, but the greatest thing of leadership, for me personally, you're going to laugh, Sheryl, is I get to talk to people.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm gonna laugh at
But
that.
that works. And this is why. Because before Toastmasters, I wouldn't even get into an elevator because there were people in the
Say
elevator.
that
And I
tonight.
would walk upstairs. Since I joined Toastmasters, I gained weight.
why are
Because
so
I
many?
no longer walk
I
upstairs.
find it
I
amazing.
take the elevator.
I find amazing. There's so many Toastmasters that are so shy. They come in and it's like you pull the cork off and they're just, and they're great.